everyone.
Hello.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Cole.
You're listening to Borrowed Bones, a podcast about fucked up, interesting, and toxic families. Today,
Yes. What's the subject?
we are doing more of a true crime episode today.
Oh, our bread and butter.
Yes. So if you're not into murder and true crime, this episode is not for you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure almost everyone's okay with it, though. So
If you're at this point.
Yeah.
If you've listened to anything of us before, probably. Yeah. I mean, not all of our stuff's true crime, but our sense of humor is dark throughout.
And I do forget that there are people that we don't know that listen to this. I just assume it's all of my friends and family and like that's it. But we have over 3,000 people now that have at least heard our voices.
It's weird.
So that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, to consider.
A lot of German people are coming at us, which is great. I've been seeing that pop up a lot. So, hey, thank you.
Deutschland.
Yes. All right, we are going to talk about the Licata family axe murders.
I don't know that name. Guessing they're Italian.
Yes, Sicilian.
Oh.
I believe that's the name anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
This isn't connected to the New Orleans axe murders of like the 20s, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. This is in Florida.
Oh.
We are starting in the year of 1933.
AD?
Yes.
Or CE?
ACE? What is it?
Well, it used to be BC and AD, and now it's CE.
Common Era.
Or BCE or CE, yeah,
Okay,
Common Era.
so Common Era or ACE after Common. No, there's no after Common Era.
No, we're in the Common Era.
Yeah,
and there's before the Common Era.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yes, 1933
AD. CE.
Yes.
Yes.
We are in Tampa, Florida, and we are in a neighborhood called Ybor City, and it is an Italian immigrant city within Tampa, Florida.
Ybor, I've never heard of that.
YBOR.
Oh. Got a Y doing some vowel duty there.
Yes, I looked up how to pronounce it, and it said like EE.
Okay,
So
like
Ybor.
Ybor?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, let me know. If you're from there, let me know. But that's what Google said.
Doesn't sound like an Italian word because most Italian words end with a vowel. It's weird that's an Italian neighborhood. I don't know what Ybor.
There were other immigrants there too,
okay.
like Cuban and something else. I'm not sure, but it.
Oh, just a hodgepodge of different.
Yeah, but it was a lot Italian.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And this is where the Licata family lives. And they've been in this area for 40 years. They are well known and respected within the community. The patriarch, Michael, he owned 2 barbershops.
Mike Licata. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a barber.
I saw in one article that he was referred to as Big Mike.
Big Mike.
And I only saw it once, so I
Hey,
don't know if
Mike
it's
Licata?
true. But like, I want it to be real.
Add it to
Big
the
Mike, yeah.
Big Mike.
Yeah.
I hope he's got a son and that's little Mike.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
That'd be cute, though.
Yeah. 2 Mikes.
Big Mike and his wife, Rosalia, had 5 children.
Okay.
We have Anthony, Providence, Victor, Philip, and Joe or Jose. I saw both names, but that's one
Not
person.
Giuseppe?
No.
Oh.
And Providence also comes up as Prudence a couple times.
Oh, okay.
I think when reporters at the time in the 30s heard of this, they made the names a little bit more white. But Providence to Prudence, I don't really get. Jose to Joe, I kind of get.
Yeah, that I get.
But the Providence one, I don't understand. So I don't know. But
neither
I've seen
one sounds quote unquote ethnic. They just sound religious and
just names.
Yeah.
So yes, we have Anthony, Providence, Victor, Philip, and Joe. Those are the names I'm using.
So Providence is the only
daughter.
Okay.
On the night of October 16th, 1933. Well, it's 2 a.m. So it's the morning of October 16th, technically.
Okay.
Their neighbor, Tom, heard a series of weird noises coming from the Licata home.
Okay.
And again, it's 2 a.m., so he woke him up.
And they live in this neighborhood. So it's a neighborhood. It's not like they live in rural areas. So I'm close enough where our neighbor would hear a disturbance.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Tom went over to their house. And he didn't knock on the door, but he went to the front door and then to the back door. And at both times yelling, I don't know exactly what he said, but yelling to see if they're okay. Like,
Yeah.
hey, what's going on?
Heard
You
a
guys
noise.
good?
You guys, need any help?
Yeah.
Everyone okay in there?
He didn't receive any response, and the house was quiet by that point. So Tom just went back to his house and went to bed.
Okay.
The next day or that morning, Tom and his wife were kind of observing the house. I think Tom must have gone to work. I'm not too sure what happened here, but his wife did end up calling the police because she was like, hey, this house next door to us, we heard weird things last night, and they have 5 children. The dad owns 2 barbershops, and it's very quiet.
2 barbershops. Okay,
Yes.
so he's franchising.
Yes.
Okay.
And no one has left the house. No one's entered. There's nothing going on. Can we do a wellness check?
Yeah.
When the police arrived.
Do you know, curiosity, if I'm not saying you would know this, but do you know the day of the week that was? I'm just curious if it was
Monday.
Okay, so it's a business day. It's a work day. It's not like a Sunday where they might just not leave the house all. Okay.
That's funny because I actually looked that up.
It's more suspicious Monday through Friday than it is Saturday or Sunday.
I had the same thoughts. So I was like, what day of the week was that in 1933? And it was Monday.
Okay, good.
So very still household on a Monday morning.
And you said it seemed like Tom went to work. So, not that men didn't work on the weekends, especially back then, but still. I'd like to know.
Yep. It sets the scene. When the police arrived, Tom's wife went over there to, because she's the caller. And when she saw what happened inside, she screamed. Oh. And this scream alerted the neighborhood. And it stirred them up, and they started coming out to see what was going on. Because in the 30s, you have the crowds. No one's doing anything else. If you're home, you're not doing anything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
The police on the scene had to climb through a back window to get inside the home. I believe it's the back. Well, they only had one bathroom, and it was in the back of the house. So I believe they had to get through that window.
They came in through the bathroom window?
Yes.
Yes. Beatles reference.
They broke into the back bathroom window. Are the police allowed to break into a home for a wellness check? It hasn't been 24 hours. They did hear noises. Yeah. So
it's touch and go. It's kind of a case by, back then.
In the 30s.
It would be, but things were faster and looser back then, obviously, with all kinds. But in general, if there's probable cause that there's someone in active distress, if the motive is to help someone, not to obtain evidence for prosecution,
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. It is very suspicious for this neighbor to have heard noises in the middle of the night. The next day, no one's doing their normal routine.
Yeah.
That's...
the proper thing to do, they would, get the civilian witnesses, whoever called, and, get them to, agree, you're, even if they don't have the legal standing to, it's not a relative, or, but still, you're the witness, you called because you believe that there's some harm befell them. And
you're concerned enough that you think it's appropriate for us to break a window to get in.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Get the third party's stamp of approval of. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It's good they entered.
And the condition usually is to let's say they do this and they do find evidence of a crime, it's not going to be used for prosecution because they didn't get it the proper way.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, this was the 1930s, so everything was used.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So they broke into the bathroom, and when they entered, they found 21-year-old Victor Licata crouched on a chair in the bathroom, and he was, quote, dazed and wild-eyed.
Alive, though.
Alive. He was wearing clean church clothes, but the skin and his underwear were blood-stained. His underwear had blood on it, but his skin was stained with blood.
Okay.
But his clothes were clean. And the police never found a dirty set, a bloody set of clothes.
So he was...
Did he do something in his underwear only? I don't know. When officers searched him, he did nothing to resist. He was just mumbling incoherently when they would ask him what happened. And at this point, the crowd outside was growing. And they were becoming hostile, and they wanted their hands on Victor. They knew that he was...
the crowd is jumping to conclusions and instantly wants to lynch someone?
Yes.
In America?
Yeah. In 1930s America?
What?
The police had to sneak him out the back, and they quickly sped him away to county jail. As the police car was driving away, neighbors were yelling, "Get him and kill him."
Why do they want him? What else did they find in there that?
We will see.
Yeah. Like, what is he? Is he a victim? Why are they convinced that he's did something bad and not had something bad done to him?
We will find out.
Okay.
As Victor was being taken to the county jail, the officers questioned him. They couldn't get anything out of him, though. Just he was mumbling, not making any sense, or he just wasn't talking. Finally, an officer asked him point blank, "Did you kill your family, Victor?" And Victor stared and then said, "Did I do that?" And that's all he said.
That is, little known fact, that is where Steve Urkel got his catchphrase from.
No,
kind of like how Nike's "Just Do It" came from Gary Gilmore being executed in Utah in 1976. Yep, Steve Urkel.
Well, that one's true.
Did
but
I do that?
This is not where Steve Urkel got it from.
Yep.
You don't even know about this case. Don't.
It was originally Steve Licata, and then it became Steve Urkel.
Victor Licata.
No, the character was Steve Licata, and they changed it to Steve Urkel.
It was 2 on the nose.
Yeah, 2 on the nose.
And that's exactly how Victor said it in the car, too. Did I do that?
Yeah.
No, he said it more like distantly, like, did
What's
I
the
do
label
that?
did he put the emphasis on? And so they think the family is dead, though?
Well, let's go back to the house. As the officers went through the house, they found Victor's dad, Big Mike, who was 47, in the front bedroom on the floor, wedged between the wall and the bed.
Okay.
So clearly there were signs of a struggle here.
Yeah.
The next room, they found Victor's mom, Rosalia, who's 44, and his little brother, Joe, who was 9. And they were in bed together side by side, dead.
Okay.
His older sister, Providence, was 22, and she was found dead on the bed in the back bedroom. And then lastly, younger brother Philip, who's 14, was found lying unconscious. And I believe he was also in the bedroom with Providence, like they shared. And as the police were walking through, they saw Philip's leg twitch.
Okay.
So they quickly rushed him to the hospital, but he did die hours later.
Okay. Isn't there one missing, Anthony? Did you mention Anthony?
I did mention Anthony, and he was not there.
Oh, he was not there.
He left a week earlier to go back to law school.
Okay.
So this is like
So
a
he's not-
family that
yeah.
has it together. You know, you have a child in law school, you have a dad with 2 barbershops,
Yeah.
The daughter is engaged to be wed. Like everything is like good for them.
What are they? What injuries? Trauma?
They were all bludgeoned to death by an axe.
Oh yeah, that's the
Yes.
axe that you.
That's why I was like, yes.
That foreshadowing with the title of the axe murders. So what happened? How were their bodies? What happened to them? Were they poisoned? Shot?
In fairness to you, you can't see the title yet, but I did say it up
You
top.
did,
But
yeah.
that's okay.
But you got to
I
tell
like,
them
I like that I dragged it on for you a little
Okay.
bit. Yes.
So they were bludgeoned with an axe. So Philip was still alive.
But then he ended up dying.
he died. Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. Victor also killed their family dog, which was a German Shepherd.
Oh, so Victor did do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not a mystery.
Oh, okay. I thought that maybe he's traumatized and dazed, and it turns out that there's going to be some. Okay. All right. It is Victor who did it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, he killed the dog.
Yep. And there's conspiracies with this story. That's why it's not a mystery, but there's
What's the
more
story
to
behind it? Yeah. We know he did it. It's why.
Exactly. It's the why.
Yeah.
It was really hard for me to find accurate information that was super consistent. So
Especially for the era, because all
Yeah.
the reporting is going to be sensationalized. And
it got a little more sensationalized years later, though. And so more modern articles that I find that are online, they're a little more sensational than the primary sources. So I had to dig for the newspaper articles from Tampa, like from that time.
Okay.
And even those were slightly conflicting, like Joe or Jose, Providence or Prudence. They even have people in different bedrooms.
Yeah.
So listeners out there, you might read something on this if you check my work, and you might see that Providence and Joe were together and Philip and Rosalia were together. Like little things like that. But for the most part, the primary newspaper sources have the story down.
Yeah.
But as it went on throughout the years, and I'll explain why, it got more and more sensationalized. And there's a reason for that.
Okay.
A 1933 reporter from the newspaper, the Tampa Times, interviewed Victor while he was in county jail waiting to see if he was going to go to trial for murder or if he was going to be deemed insane.
Okay.
So he's just holding right now. And this reporter was like, I'm going to be the first one to scoop the story.
That's so random. Like, that's so weird to me to think that.
Before anything official has really happened. They're just still trying to figure it out, and a reporter's right there at the cell.
Like, jail administrators today, at least in my experience, are like, no, you do not get to talk to the inmate. Like, they can write you letters if they want, but you don't get to come in and do an interview with them. Like, oh.
Yeah. Well, lucky for us, we do have Victor's own words in this article. So I'm going to do a lot of quotes here because I just want people to know where his head is at. The reporter allowed Victor to tell his story. And the article opens with Victor saying, "Me? Kill my sister? My mother? Man, you're crazy."
Okay.
It's very 1930s.
Yeah.
And I'm trying really hard not to do like...
The 1930s, boys. Man, you're crazy.
Man, you're crazy. Like, I'm just really trying not... So
Kill
I'm
my
sorry.
mother? Kill my own sister?
Yeah.
Man, you must be crazy.
Yes. He continued on to say, "I never killed anybody. I hit them with an axe and knocked off every," and then it just kind of blanks. I don't know what it says there. It blanked out. That was in there. So like, I knocked off every blank. That was in there. My uncle.
Probably profanity.
Probably.
That was there. Yeah. And I knocked every bit of shit out of him or something. You know, something like that.
Yeah. My uncle and some old woman. Then 2 other men and 2 other women. 6. There were not 5. So in his memory, he killed 6 people: an uncle, some old women, 2 other old men, two whatever. And the reporter and the police are saying you killed 5 people. He did kill his dog, though, which would make 6, wouldn't it? We have Philip, Joe. Well, he's not in his right mind, so
could be where he's getting that from. Assuming he's being sincere, and this isn't all just
show.
I'm acting crazy.
Exactly.
Assuming he's being sincere, then, I mean, it's either way, it's a clear break from reality.
Yeah.
I mean,
if this is sincere.
If he's not just, I'm cuckoo for the fun of it, because I regret what I did, and this is my best bet.
Yeah. You never know. Yeah. His brother is in law school. Maybe they've talked about stuff. Who knows? Victor then goes on to demonstrate to the reporter how he hit them with the axe. And then he says, "I knocked them all off, but I didn't kill them." Want to get high? Maybe not really, really high, but just a little bit. Just take the edge off. With Good Feels, you can do just that. Good Feels is a cannabis seltzer that is perfect for relaxation, enjoyment, or to take that edge off when you have to be around people and don't want to be. I feel that. Good Feels Cannabis Seltzer is sugar-free and made of high-quality, natural ingredients with flavors like blood orange, grapefruit, and pineapple mango. I finished a 6-pack of the pineapple mango and loved it. Not in one sitting. It was throughout the week, of course, but it was very nice to have one after I got home instead of alcohol. That's going to make me dehydrated and not feel so good the next day. This was a way for me to unwind, relax, and it was not too crazy where I'm stuck in the couch, but just enough to where I could watch a whole movie without being too distracted. If you're not into carbonation, no worries. Good Feels has you covered with mood boosters. These are drink enhancements you add to your water, controlling the amount of THC in your drink. I'm currently sipping on water that has been enhanced by the lemonade flavor, and I've got to tell you, it's pretty nice. Go to shop.getgoodfeels.com today and use our promo code BONES, BONES, to get 20% off. That's shop.getgoodfeels.com, promo code BONES. And remember, you got to be 21 to buy it. Shop.getgoodfeels.com, promo code BONES.
This kind of reminds me of the Amityville homicides.
Oh, the dad,
the oldest son who like killed all the family with a shotgun.
Oh yeah, it was the oldest son.
I mean, take away all the bullshit haunting crap but like the actual
he did
crime,
kill his family.
Yeah. That really did happen. Yeah.
I guess
think of that
would be similar. Yeah. I'll probably have to do that episode, maybe closer to Halloween.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
That'd be a good one. Remember this, Sarah, when you're editing, write it down. Victor then asks the reporter, Why don't they let me out of here? I go to the door and they shove me back. I shake on the gates and they won't move. He then says, my arms, see? They're not made of wood. They're the strongest arms in the world, but the gates won't move. My arms are strong, but they didn't kill anybody.
Okay, it sounds like the language of someone who's having a schizophrenic schizophrenic episode.
Yeah, and why would he mention his arms being made of wood?
Illusions.
Yeah. So, according to Victor, this is what happened that night.
Okay.
He returned home Sunday night between 8 and 10. His dad was still at the barbershop. His mother was working in the kitchen, and his sister Providence was out, and Philip and Joe were in bed.
Do we know what, forgive me if you've mentioned it, but what did Victor do? He was 21. Did he have a job? Do we know anything?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
Not sure. I don't think he did.
Nothing stood out about him, though, beforehand? Okay. Well,
we
okay,
will see.
All right. You give me looks. That's why I'm like, don't just let you tell the story.
That's fine. You can ask questions. I just might not answer them all until later.
Okay. All right.
So Sunday night, he comes home. Everything's pretty normal.
Normal Sunday routine.
Mm-hmm. The reporter then writes this. So Victor didn't say this, but it's written in a way, this is where it becomes a little sensational. Mm-hmm. It's written in a way that a reader at the time would probably think that Victor said this.
Yeah.
But he didn't. So the reporter is saying, if he followed his customary habits, then he was charged to the skies on marijuana, sodden in moonshine, and liquor. Yep.
What was marijuana? What was the second word?
Sodden in moonshine and liquor. Like he was like doused.
Oh, sod. Okay. Yeah,
S-O-D-D.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Sodden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So he was all hopped up on the reefer madness.
Ah.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You're on the right trail. Look at
all
you.
Right.
Now, Victor did say that he was out with his buddies that night and he was riding around on the honey wagon. And the honey wagon goes from home to home cleaning out the outhouses.
Yeah.
We just saw this.
Yeah, like that's the real
funny?
term. Yeah,
Yes.
the honey wagon. Why is it called that? It's the exact opposite of what, like, it's the...
Okay, I did not know that this was a real thing, so I'm going to go off here for a second. We watch Smosh on YouTube. Shout out if you watch them, SMOSH, and they're great. And they did a whole skit that was like a fake reality show similar to Love Island. And one of the characters, she was the driver of a honey wagon and no one wanted to date her. And that was the joke. And I didn't know that was a real thing until Smosh. And then here it is. Here.
Yeah, almost 100 years ago. Yeah.
So look at us, Smosh, teaching us things.
Yeah.
You should watch Smosh on YouTube if you haven't. I'm going to say Smosh again.
So honey wagon is a euphemism for shit wagon.
Yes.
Yeah.
They suck the
it's
waste
the
out of the
opposite
outhouse
honey.
and then take it somewhere else.
Yeah.
And in the 1930s, not everyone had plumbing yet.
Yeah.
So Victor says that he was riding along. He doesn't do that job. He was riding along with his buddies and he was drinking moonshine.
Maybe got some methane fumes too.
Yeah. Victor then says he went bed. He
went bed.
Victor then says that he went to bed when he got home.
Okay.
He was then woken up by his father, holding him against the wall, and his mother helping his father cut off his arms. This is Victor's memory.
Mm-hmm.
He then says that they put wooden arms on him. And as he told the reporter this, he says, "But look," and he shoves his arms out through the jail bars and says, "My arms are all right now. I was scared my arms were gone."
All right.
The reporter then asked Victor about the axe. And Victor said the axe was a funny axe.
Ha ha, funny?
Yeah, funny looking.
Yeah, it's funny looking.
It's a funny looking.
How is it a funny axe? It's just funny looking.
Fargo reference.
Yeah.
Victor then goes on to say, "When I picked it up and wrung it out, real blood came out. Not paint, not red ink, real blood. My stomach hurt."
Okay, the guy's clearly not mentally... Yeah, he's
right.
broken from reality.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think it's a mystery here that he is not okay. And there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Victor never did admit to killing his family, but he was definitely the killer because he was found bloody, and also his fingerprints were on the axe. They had fingerprint technology at this time.
The early days of that.
And it was all over. Like, there was no question, Victor's the killer.
Yeah, there's other suspects. There's no...
The question at hand now is he crazy or not?
Mm-hmm.
And his cellmates during his stay at county jail would give conflicting reports on whether or not they believed Victor was insane. Some of them were like, yeah, he rambles and mumbles all the time. He's weird. We don't, yeah.
The other, I mean, jailhouse snitches are worth.
Exactly.
They'll tell you what they want.
Yep. And then others would tell reporters.
He told me he was making it up.
Yep.
Oh, did you get 5 years off your sentence for saying that?
Exactly.
Like, jailhouse snitches are useless.
Yep. So we have reports of different things that he's doing in the cell, but it's all from inmates.
Yeah.
And it's very conflicting. So I don't take that with any...
Irrelevant.
Yeah. Now, extended relatives did come to Victor's aid. They demanded that he not be tried for murder and instead taken to the state mental hospital.
Okay.
They were claiming that he was insane, and they had proof. They said it runs in their family. Victor's younger brother, Philip, was showing signs of it.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I know. They also said that some of the cousins were admitted to mental health facilities in the past, and his parents, Big Mike and Rosalia, were first cousins.
Okay.
Pretty compelling. Victor's violent actions weren't alarming to the neighborhood or the family because they kind of knew that he was different, but they never imagined that he would do something like this.
Okay, so
of course.
Kind of had a local reputation as being a little out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. His dad was sleeping in the front bedroom in case Victor got violent, and he thought that maybe he could be the one to stop him and fight him off in the event that something did occur. And from what I gathered, with the best of their ability, I don't know how medicine and like knowing when the timing of bodies dying, I don't know how you can, if they knew that well in the 1930s, but I did see one report say that Mike was the first one to die.
They're probably, I mean, they can't really pinpoint to a minute to a set. Like, they can make an educated guess based on the context of,
how it's laid out. Okay.
Mere surmiser.
Yeah.
Mere surmiser? Sorry. We're done with references.
Yeah. You're doing a lot of references today. Anyway. Now, months leading up to these murders, the family did say that Victor was acting even more strange than he normally does. Mm-hmm. He did begin smoking marijuana cigarettes around this time, is what the family said.
Reefer madness.
Mm-hmm. I like the marijuana cigarettes.
Yeah.
That sounds fancy.
Marijuana cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Cannabis cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was actually even the Tampa City chief detective months earlier said that they were undergoing an investigation involving Victor for marijuana. Mm-hmm. It was legal federally in the 1930s, but it was illegal in Florida at this time. Yeah. I looked into it.
Because I think the first marijuana act, the first federal act was in like 33. Like, was it 30? It was in the 30s.
It was in 37.
37. Okay. I knew it was right around there.
Yeah.
The marijuana, Harrison marijuana? Oh, Harrison drug. I don't know. There's a couple of drug acts that I'm
You're thinking
confused.
of, there's one that happened earlier, and that was more about cocaine and heroin.
Yeah.
And that was just general, like, drug. Yes. And then after that, in 1937, is the Marijuana Tax Act. And we talk about that later.
Okay. Cool.
So,
all right.
We'll get there. But like I said, there was already the Tampa City chief detective who was undergoing an investigation for Victor with weed. And at that time, the police said for Victor to go to the mental hospital. They're like, he needs to be admitted. Like, this isn't okay. But his parents begged to keep him at home where they felt that they could take better care of him.
Talk about your all-time backfires.
I mean, I always hate hearing that because you hear that a lot, right? Especially in the 30s, 40s, even into the 50s, because those mental hospitals were not really good.
We're using the word hospital charitably.
Yes.
They were basically, I mean...
It just wasn't good. Yeah. Torture and things like that, and neglect, and
thrown in and locked up, and that's it.
Yeah, so
not all of them, but was a lot of them.
That was the norm.
That's the norm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I think it makes sense that the family was like, "We'll keep him, please don't."
Yeah. That should continue through the 70s.
Yeah,
Geraldo Rivera did a big expose back in like the 70s of like this children's mental hospital, and the footage is horrendous. Yeah. Anyway.
Yes. So that is in the background, the marijuana cigarettes, the chief detective wanting him to be hospitalized, the family saying no. And when the chief detective was interviewed after the murders, he said that the addiction may have unbalanced Victor's mind. And then a state attorney at the time, he didn't want Victor to be deemed insane. He wanted Victor tried for murder.
Oh, yeah. Prosecutors
he was
never
pissy.
want...
Yeah.
They never want someone to be tried for insanity.
And his argument was that it was the marijuana cigarette that may have caused this hallucination at the time of the slayings, but Victor wasn't insane, so he needs to be tried for murder.
It's the same principle of a drunk driving death. You don't intend to kill that person, but you intended to drive drunk. And therefore, when you did that, you caused it. Yeah. You knew those were the consequences.
And with weed being illegal in the state of Florida then, you made an illegal choice, which caused another illegal action. Yeah. So you're to blame for this murder.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first illegal act that you chose induced the second illegal act. Yeah. And it's also important, the context of the time of marijuana was believed to be this cocaine-like stimulant that would drive. It wasn't what we know it is today of being calming, soothing, it's a violent inducing.
In the
drug.
early 30s, it was still questionable. It wasn't until the Tax Act of 1937 that it went wild. So this is right before all of that.
Okay.
There was no real evidence, though, of Victor being under the influence at the time of the murders. I even read in one newspaper article that he was drug tested upon arriving at the county jail and no weed was found in his system.
I do wonder what the drug tests were like in that era.
I tried to look into it and I couldn't find it.
We tasted it and we didn't taste any marijuana in the blood. So
I know. Because weed lasts for like months in your system, even though you're not affected by it.
Metabolites will be there.
Yeah. But I don't know how it was back then. I don't know what they did. I tried to find it and I could only find like today stuff. And I was like, I don't know. But according to his medical records, though, he did not have weed in his system. There was also no mention of marijuana at all throughout his hospital stay. Like, it's not anywhere in his mental hospital stay that he was court ordered to go to.
Yeah.
A psychiatrist, of course, argued the hereditary side of things, and I kind of gave it away by saying his whole life in the hospital just a second ago. Yes, the judge did say, we're not going to try him for murder. He needs to spend the rest of his life in the hospital in Chattahoochee.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee.
I knew you couldn't resist that reference.
I couldn't. I haven't heard that song in 25, 30 years.
I know. Way down yonder in the Chattahoochee. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's all.
And I'm done.
It gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. That's the next lyric.
Oh, gross. Okay, anyway. Back to the story.
Yeah.
Victor would eventually be diagnosed with dementia precox, which is the first name for schizophrenia.
Okay, Emily, what do they call it today? What have they amended it to now?
Back then, it just meant premature dementia. They were like, you have early dementia. We don't know what's going on. But it's schizophrenia. That's what's happening here. He's schizophrenic.
And he's of the age where that would...
21.
Yeah, kind of.
That's when it cracks.
Yeah.
Now we're going to jump a little bit here. In October of 1945.
Okay, so 8 years later. 12 years later.
I just like froze. I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah. 12 years later. Shit.
Victor and 4 other inmates, they're still at the hospital. They escaped.
Patients.
Right? What are they called?
Patients.
Okay, if they're forced to be there, they're still patients.
Residential.
Okay.
Yeah.
Victor and 4 other patients escaped the hospital by cutting the bars off of a window with a hacksaw.
Damn.
There was an internal investigation on this because clearly they got help.
Yeah.
So I did see that.
Hacksaw? Someone had to give that to them.
I don't know why, but someone did, and they got out. 4 of them were recaptured within a few days, but Victor was out for 5 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And he was finally recaptured after he began visiting his cousin, Philip, in New Orleans.
You said his cousin, Philip?
Yeah.
Okay. So he had a cousin and a brother, both named Philip. Okay.
Names repeat.
Yeah. Okay. So he just gets out,
makes
with
his
the
way to
clothes
New
on his
Orleans
back with the gown on that he's wearing.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know. The next time he's seen is in New Orleans.
Yeah.
His cousin owned a restaurant in New Orleans, and one day in 1950, Victor just showed up, and Philip thought maybe this was a one-time thing, and he was scared of Victor. So he went along with it. I mean, Victor did vow to kill his family if he ever got out.
Oh.
That's what Philip said anyway.
Okay.
But Philip didn't call the police, so I don't know if he was scared that day or not. So Victor showed up a second time.
Okay.
And Philip gave him some food, and they visited for a little bit, but this time Victor stole $170, which is $2,300 today.
Wow.
Then Victor returned a third time, and Philip did call the police this time.
About time.
Yeah. Victor was sent to prison, not the hospital.
Yeah, for the theft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I don't know exactly what, but he was given to the prison now. He's not at the hospital.
Okay.
And in December of 1950, Victor hanged himself in his cell with bedsheets.
Okay.
However, the Licata case did not fade into obscurity upon Victor's death. We are still feeling the aftermath of it today. And you've been basically hinting at it without realizing it. Yes. So enter Harry Anslinger.
One of the worst American villains.
Bum-ba-da-da. If you don't know,
most who are still alive today.
Yeah. Well, we can do without him.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you. Harry was in his third year as the first director of the Federal Bureau of Narcotics, which was new at the time, and he was in his third year. He's the first director. And the position was given to him by his uncle-in-law. Already a great start, because I'm sure he was qualified.
Yeah.
There's no nepotism in America.
This fucking guy. I fucking hate this guy. More people should know his name. He has done so much irreparable damage to the entire fucking planet.
Yep. Cole and I love cookies. We are pretty much obsessed. They're always in our house. It's very much a staple, one of the main food groups for us. However, I am not the best cook. I can't bake to save my life. I did discover Molly B's cookies that are shipped right to us. They stay nice, soft, and moist as if they have been baked right in my kitchen. Molly B's cookies are very creative and unique, with flavors ranging from triple dip, a triple chocolate chip cookie with sea salt flakes, to their hot mess cookie with mango, white chocolate, and flamin' hot Cheetos. I was not brave enough to get the hot mess, but I did try the triple dip and it was amazing. I personally really like the Molly B's Boba Doodles. These are little bite-sized cookies and they're great for on the go. In these boba doodles, they do have a burst of boba in every little cookie. Check out mollybees.com and grab the treat that's right for you. You can use our promo code BONES, BONES, at checkout and you'll receive 10% off. That's mollybees, MOLLYBZ.com, promo code BONES. We're going to skim the surface of it with this case, but
he's a case in himself.
Yes. Look into Harry Anslinger if you can.
Chasing the Scream is a good book to read. Yes.
Harry was determined to make weed federally illegal. He caught wind of Victor Licata slaying his family in 1937.
He caught a sniff of it.
A sniff of it?
Like weed.
Oh.
You got a scent of it?
Oh,
yeah.
Skunky, yeah. So 4 years after the murders occurred in 1937, Harry became very interested in it, and he wanted to make the connection to marijuana.
Yeah,
this is awful, right? Yeah.
This will be the prototype case.
And in 1933, weed was handled kind of like it is today, actually. It was a state-by-state case. Certain states allowed it, certain ones didn't. The federal government was hesitant to make it illegal nationwide because they were doing research. They knew that it had medicinal uses. People enjoyed using the hemp plant because it could produce a variety of material items and oils and other things. Hemp is one of the most diverse crops, and it does not make you high.
Yeah.
You need to know this. Hemp does not make you high.
All our founding fathers' plantations.
Yes.
George Washington's, Thomas Jefferson's. They were all hemp plantations.
Yep. We had a lot of hemp going on, and it was doing great because it was easy to crop, it was easy to grow, and it was easy to use.
Yeah.
And it made a lot of things.
Paper, make everything. Yeah.
Paper, biodegradable plastic. I saw hempcrete, so it can be like a form of concrete. It can just be so much, and it's cheaper than wood when you think of making paper specifically.
But then William Randolph Hearst came in and put the kibosh on all that.
Harry wasn't a fan of this hemp. He didn't like that it was gaining popularity, and Harry knew that the general public is pretty stupid. And he knew that they would not be able to distinguish between hemp and marijuana. They are two different plants. They are not the same plant. There are people today that still are confused by that because of Harry. Harry Anslinger is the reason that your grandma, your boomer dad, whoever is confused between hemp and marijuana. Blame Harry.
I feel like no one just offered him. Like, clearly, and any of these militant anti-drug people, I'm like, did you just have no friends offer you any? That's what this is all about. You had no friends and no one offered you anything. Therefore, you've got to take it away from everybody else.
Exactly.
Captain Buzzkill.
And Harry's friends were, you already said his name 5 seconds ago.
William Randolph Hearst.
Yes. Harry's friends
Citizen
were William Randolph Hearst and the DuPont family. Yes. So if you don't know DuPont, it is an American chemical and materials science company, and it's known for inventing, developing, and manufacturing products like nylon, Teflon, Kevlar, and Nomex. And the Hearst Corporation was owned by William Randolph Hearst, and he took over his father's newspaper in California. He then expanded and made a huge media empire.
He's what set the standard for subsequent media moguls.
Yep. So Hearst and DuPont have a deal with each other because Hearst makes newspapers and he's expanding and he's getting bigger and bigger with his media empire with papers.
The Musk and Murdoch of the era.
Well, DuPont figured out how to make paper out of wood fibers, and Hearst needed that paper for his company. So when hemp came onto the scene, it threatened their companies because hemp, like I said, is cheaper than wood. It's easier to grow, easier to replace, and more people could use it. So that would inspire competition against them. But they were friends with Harry. So they decided to manipulate the public and force marijuana and the hemp plant to be federally illegal.
Yep. Which even at the time, because like we said, there was the first federal drug act, which was addressed for opiates and cocaine a few years beforehand, though. But even then, like there was a reticence on the part of the government to make any substance illegal, because doesn't that inherently go against our idea of individual freedom? Who is the government to tell you as a citizen what substance you can or cannot put in your body for your own amusement?
Yeah.
So there was even back like the hesitation of like, can the government make any drug illegal? Really?
Well, in the 1930s, you still have in the 1930s survivors of the Civil War, right? And they are the ones that are still alive, firsthand accounts saying, no, we need states' rights.
Yeah.
And if you want states' rights, that means that the federal government shouldn't have anything federally illegal or federally banned. I'm saying, and they're doing a lot of it lately. So if you're for states' rights, then you're for less federal government forcing things onto you.
Yeah.
And sidetrack. So Harry Anslinger, he decided to use his power and position to benefit himself and his friends instead of the actual citizens of the United States, because that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Harry liked to use sensational stories from the newspaper to get the general public all riled up and like against marijuana. And who's writing these newspapers? Hearst. Oh, how great. So Hearst would drum up these sensationalized stories, anything to do with weed, they'd collect, and Harry actually called them the Gore Files. He presented 200 cases to Congress. 197 of them were deemed to have nothing to do with weed. They were tossed to the side. But 3 of them were inconclusive.
Okay, so then still 0 out of 200 definitively.
But Victor Licata's axe murders were one of the cases that no one could really definitively say if weed caused the murders or if he would have done it anyway because of his mental health. So that's one of the big ones that Harry used to inspire. Reefer Madness was inspired by this. He used this to scare the public. This is the story.
I'd rather they had started an effort to ban axes, because I guarantee he couldn't have chopped them all up without the axe.
Yeah. I mean, obviously people in the 30s needed axes.
Yeah,
but still, all that. Yeah.
This is what caused it.
But yes, so Harry is the one that brought the Marijuana Tax Act of 1937. He's the one that brought that forth, and he used the Victor Licata, they use the Licata murders as one of the big reasons why marijuana is awful and horrible and all of these things.
And they also, marijuana was generally called cannabis until around this time when Anslinger and his cronies decided to start calling it marijuana, to start calling it by the Spanish word for it, to link Mexican immigrants with it. It's racism inherently.
It is.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose.
Yeah. And they misspell it when they,
Yes.
Because federally on the books today, it's still spelled with an H.
And it's not.
It's not. Yeah. You've misspelled Spanish on the books and you refuse to correct it because we're so fucking racist.
Yes. And like I said, there's so much to do with Harry Anslinger and this whole thing that it's hard to just skim the surface with it. But even today, we see the effects of it, right? Like in Michigan, it's legal all the way around. But in Ohio, it's not, which is weird because like you can just hop the border and then go back to, I have family that live in Ohio that have done this. Like it's silly to have one that's not legal.
You could have one leg and one, like theoretically you could do that. And that's fucking stupid.
But why would a state choose to keep it illegal? What happened recently in Ohio with a black famous man?
Which one?
With a singer.
Oh, yeah. Afro Man. Sorry.
It just happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
If you don't know anything about Afro Man recently, he lives in Ohio and he did a fantastic job of standing his ground, not like literally with a gun, but he did a great job of showing how ridiculous this is and how police use it to go after people of color. It's silly for anyone to be sitting in jail or prison or anything right now because of a weed charge, unless it was linked to violence. But if you're just a casual user, let them free. But yes, so Harry is the reason that everything got so sensationalized and why it's very difficult to discern fact from fiction. And like I said, I had to dig into the primary sources for this. And in my opinion, he didn't even have weed in his system that night. Yeah. No one mentioned a smell. If he smoked that night, they would say he smelled like he smoked. They would. They tested him, and whatever the test they did do didn't come out, positive.
And we just know now that marijuana does not invoke violence.
Yeah, that's true
in its
too.
User. We just know that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, what? It didn't take PCP. Like,
yep. So, yes. So that's the story of Victor Licata. Like I said, he ends his own life in 1950 in the prison, and we are still feeling his effects today. I did read that Reefer Madness was inspired by this case.
If you don't know about Reefer Madness, it was an old propaganda film from the 30s.
Late 30s, yeah.
Yeah, black and white, all histrionic about what marijuana will do and how it'll keep you up for 3 hours or for 3 days straight, and you'll just go around killing people and raping people.
Yep.
And
it's like rape and murder.
It's funny now. It's become a cult film. At the time, it was meant to be sincere scaremongering, but now you watch it, and because we know that it's so inaccurate in its depiction of marijuana, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
They've done like Broadway musical versions of it. It's become like a big,
I didn't know they
pop
did Broadway
culture
musicals.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So that's the case. There's not too much information on the actual murders because it's 1930s and you get what you get. But the aftermath of this, holy cow. Like, if Victor Licata never did that, would Harry Anslinger have done what he did? Would it have been the best opportunity to do that? Like, what?
All
it's
stars
just
aligned.
Yeah.
All the black stars.
It just happened perfectly. And then
maybe if follow that thread, if Harry Anslinger hadn't gotten the power he had, he wouldn't have been able to kill Billie Holiday a few years later.
Oh, he killed. Oh, he did. You're right. Yes, he did. No, he did.
She died on her deathbed of heroin withdrawal, handcuffed on a charge.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, and he was really mad that she was singing the song Strange Fruit, written by a white man.
A Jewish man. Yeah.
But, a black woman was singing it, so, sorry, we're really going off here. Happy Easter, y'all.
Yeah. Happy Easter and fuck Harry Anslinger's memory.
Yes. Follow us on Instagram. It's super helpful if you guys comment and like us on Apple and Spotify. I know I say that a lot, but that's where we get the best response. If you do that, then it pushes us in the algorithm a little bit more so new people can find us. So it's really, really helpful just to click that star or to click the like or to just say hi, anything. So thank you. And yes, follow us on Instagram, Borrowed Bones Podcast. And that's it. Happy Easter.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.